The next elevation will only come when you abide in the self. When you are convinced that all of the consciousness is myself, when this conviction is firmly embedded, then only will the question of the next elevation arise. Dwell on the principle of that state for a sufficiently long time. All the greatness, significance, and magnificence of the entire world is dwelling in the principle you are and I am. That is the prop, and that itself is the greatness. There is no other remedy, no other path except implicit faith and conviction in the self. There is no alternative. You are still fugitive. Visitor, the body does whatever it wants. Maharaj, you have all this excitement because you feel happy with the knowledge that you have received. Whatever knowledge you have heard and accepted intellectually, you have to be. Take it that you are that. That means no shape and no design. Whatever you see pertains only to that, to your I amness. Spontaneously it is. You are that principle. Don't try to unravel this with your intellect. Just observe and accept it as it is. Visitor, when do you get this experience? Maharaj, whatever is created by the knowledge of I am. Do not pursue this path of running after experiences. Your own consciousness creates everything. Visitor, will there not be extreme loneliness from that experience of I amness? Maharaj, be patient, don't be presumptuous. You are asking a very deep question. You have to listen first, then contemplate and meditate. Only then can you ask such questions. Visitor, I have experienced that complete loneliness. Seeing everything as me makes one feel very lonely. Maharaj, why do you always fragment the witness? Everything is you. Visitor, and that is the experience of complete loneliness? Maharaj, you have still not recognized that little remnant. First, are you convinced that you are not an individual? Visitor, no. Maharaj, then don't ask the question. Only when you are convinced that you are not a conditioned man, conditioned by body and mind, may you ask such questions. What is God? All greatness is because of the I am. There is no other path, only this conviction. This is it. The name and body arises from the I am. When hungry, if you want to know who is hungry, just observe. You think that you have understood everything, but it is not so. You are the one who is listening to all of this. Who has understood this? You are all that has ever been created. Only you are there. Visitor, this knowledge is a new seed and it is just taking root. Maharaj, who is this seed? This knowledge is ancient. It has come from eternity. From the eternal absolute, which is ever there, a seed appears. That seed is the I amness. It appears spontaneously. Its remnant is in us. This little seed sprouts and the whole world is created. If the morning talk have affected you, then any bodily discipline will be redundant. They are superfluous and will have no effect on you. Do you remember the state that I was addressing in the morning talk? Both states are identical. Fully imbibe what I spoke to you about in the morning and become one with that. If you do not like this or cannot accept it, forget everything and do what you like. Visitor, I will not leave you, Maharaj. In the case of a devotee, initially the devotee does not want to leave God. Later, even if the devotee asks God to go, God will not leave him. God means the knowledge, I am. The knowledge that I am is God. I have been talking for over 80 years, but this knowledge still doesn't leave me. Is it not enough? What have you to say on this particular point? Although I am trying to throw the principle overboard, it won't leave me. And even if I wanted to, I cannot cling to it. Visitor, what is the principle you can't throw away or cling to? Maharaj, since everything is you, you can't cut it away from you. This knowledge of I amness is part of you. How can you throw it away? And where can you throw it? When you are established in beingness, you realize that everything is you. It is all your creation.